Hi guys, welcome to the video. I want to become a UX designer. I have done some research and I would like to share the same thing with you if you also want to become a UX designer. So, to become a UX designer, first we need to understand what a UX is. So, UX is nothing but user experience. So, what is an user experience? When we as a user visit a website or a web application, how much the website or a web application is easily understandable by us, or how much easily we can get our things done in that particular application or a website without any others help or without any help. So it's like I visited a website, I was able to see how can I log in, how can I place an order, how can I pay make a payments without any other help. Then you can say that okay, the user experience is good. And user experience also considers how your functionality works, how your website looks like, whether you're having a button and if I click that button you are showing a pop-up on the top, but that pop-up is not visible in the any screen or visible area, which causes a confusion to the end user. Or when I click something and nothing happens, when I click on a button nothing happens. All these are considered as user experiences. So first you need to understand the concept of what a user experience is, where we can get those informations, and what is the major role of UX to become a UX designer. So, whenever you are designing a page or an application, you need to consider everything. Like, you should not overcrowd it with more content or only images. It should be properly understandable. Whenever we are creating a wireframes or whenever we are creating any screens, all these things should be taken into consideration. So the next part is we need to have a software. So whenever you are dealing with these things, these are the steps that you need to follow. First is you need to understand for which project or for which genre or for which kind of business you are trying to get the things done. So if I'm designing it for an e-commerce, I my approach will be different. If at all I am designing it for an company website, my approach will be different. If at all I am designing it for a portfolio where we are selling it for only one product, one single product like any copper bottles or any glass or any other things. So there again our approach changes. So first we need to understand what kind of business you are dealing with and what kind of brandings you are doing. So whether to have they have their own logo or not, and in that logo if they have any colors and what are the colors they are required, and what kind of end users are there. So do we have a end user in between 20 to 30 or 30 to 40, or is it a 40 plus? Again it also plays a major role whenever you're designing these things. So if at all the end user is between 20 to 30, then you can have an extra features also where they can easily figure it out. If at all we are dealing with the end user as a 40 plus, then you need to make it as simple as possible, because you should not be creating any mess or any confusion for the end user by having a multiple actions where he need to go for more than 3 to 4 clicks. These all will create a mess and he'll stop visiting the website or an application. So all this should be considered under UX. So we have certain softwares for designing this. Initially we started it with Photoshop, but now we have all cloud services available with us. So in such things are called like Figma or Zipline. If at all you are working with Windows, if at all you are working with Mac, then you can go with Adobe XD, or you have a Sketch which is available for Mac versions. So right now we have all cloud versions more available. Why do we have cloud versions? Is so that if at all you are working and another your one of your colleague is working, you guys can share the same screen and you guys can collaborate and work over there. Like you will design the first four screens, and the other guy will design the other four screens, or you can club, you can do anything, and you can even share the same thing with your clients. So that is the reason why now most of the things are into cloud services. So these are the softwares that you need to learn along with some basic general knowledges. So basic general things are like how you can use your colors, how can you select the colors, how can you select the designs, how can the approach be. As I said again, I'm repeating it. So if at all we are going with e-commerce, my landing page will be having all the products similar to Amazon. If at all I'm having an video editing, oh sorry, video streaming website like YouTube or Netflix, then I'll be having a videos shown on my landing page. If at all I'm running or designing it for a company website, then my landing page has all the details related to the company's like services, what the company provides and where is my company and what the company is having situated, everything else. If at all I'm going for any single product, like if you say I have something printed out of 3D, a 3D printer, okay, so there I'll just showcase all my 3D printer products only. It won't be like e-commerce, but it's a semi e-commerce where you showcase it. It's not a mandatory that everyone comes and purchases it online. But whereas for e-commerce, they need to do it in the online only. So that's why we need to have some certain things considered. Like we need to have a cart, which we don't have it in any other websites for company or anywhere until and unless you are dealing with e-commerce. So you need to consider all these things, and then you need to start learning from your basics. So if at all you wanted to know anything about this more, you can drop it in the comments, or you can directly approach me. You, I'll be leaving my mail in the description. And if at all you are interested in learning these UX softwares, you can also ping me. I can teach you that.